Stampin' friends, and welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you are here with me today. We are going to be making this soft, sweet little sympathy card. Unfortunately, sometimes we need sympathy cards, but you don't have to make this a sympathy. You could change this sentiment and make it whatever you want. I think it would be a great wedding card. It would be a great birthday card. A thank you note, any kind of sentiment would work well with this card. But we're gonna today make this one a sympathy. So let's get started. If you enjoy this video as you go along, please like, share, and subscribe. Click that little bell and it will notify you when I upload new videos. Give me a thumbs up and a comment. I will comment back to everyone who comments to me. All the links for everything that you need to make this card, as well as the measurements, will be listed in the description below. So let's get started. Let's see what we need. We're going to be using some new product today. We're going to be using the Nature's Print Stamp Set. And there's a bunch of great sentiments on this one that you could use with this card. So best wishes and happy thoughts, a heartfelt thank you, hello there. It could just be a note card just to send a happy hello to someone. You're on my mind. Any sentiment works well with this card. We're going to use this stamp set. Now this stamp set does come with dies, and I will show you those. We're not going to use the dies today, but I want to go ahead and show them to you so you can see them, because they go with the stamp set so nicely. So here they are, and I love this label. So this die cuts out this. This die cuts out this. This die cuts out this. And this die cuts out this. And then you have some others, some nice, wispy type dies. And then you have this nice wreath, which you could cut, and put behind the flowers. Okay, so that's this die set. Like I said, we're not using the dies, but I wanted to show them to you. But we are using this stamp right here. So we're also going to be using the With Sympathy from Special Moments. This was a celebration stamp set. So if you don't have this, it's okay. You could use any one of these or any other sympathy that you have. You don't have to use necessarily the one that I used. I just happen to like that one. So that's the one I used. So to get started, you're going to be using one of the new in colors, which I'm super excited about. This is Starry Sky. So pretty. And this is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So you're going to fold that, and that is going to be our card base. And then you just need a piece of basic white, cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and you're going to put that on the inside. So we're going to glue that to the inside, or tape it. I like the glue because it gives you a few seconds to move your card, or a little bit to move the cardstock. I used to use tape, but I tell you what, I could never put it on straight, and and then I was stuck because the tape really grabs. So there, see, now I had a few extra seconds to get that straight on there. So I love the glue. So that's the inside. That's where you'll write to your person. And so on the outside, we're not going to put the piece of basic white on there yet. But you're going to need another piece of basic white cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And this one we're going to decorate before we glue it on. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that stamp, and you could use a bigger block, but I'm not going to use the entire stamp, so this was fine for me. And you're going to get some Versamark. Now the hard part is when you stamp with Versamark, even though mine looks weird, I don't know why it looks like that, but you can't see it because it's clear. Versamark is what you use to heat emboss with. We'll be putting powder on here and then heating it and it will become raised and kind of, I don't know, I want to say plastic, maybe rubbery like. And it's got a really nice texture. So you're just going to ink up with your Versamark. You're going to ink up your stamp, and you're going to put one right there. And you see, you can't see it, but it is there. If you kind of put it in the light, let's see if I can get it so you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I can see it if I turn it into the light. I can see exactly where it is, okay? So then we're going to ink up again. And I'm going to look at where that is again, and then I'm going to put another one not quite as far in, and then one more that's not quite as far in again, and that's going to be more like that. And then one at the top above the first one that we stamped that's not as far in, just a little bit. Okay. So then, after we do that, and now you'll get to see it, it'll show up now. You'll see, it's like magic. This is like magic stuff right here. So I've got this white Stampin' Emboss powder, okay? And I'm just going to liberally, generously sprinkle that onto my card everywhere where I had that Versamark. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that it slides on to that, all on that. And then you just tap, tap, tap it off. And look, now you can see where, can you see it? You can see where the embossing powder went. Now what we're going to do is we're going to heat that, and then we're going to take a blending brush and go over it with our blue, and it will resist picking up that ink. Even though it looks like it does pick it up, it will resist it, and then we'll wipe it and the white will show again. It's kind of magic. All right, so I'm gonna go and I'm going to take my heat tool. Here's my heat tool. I have to go over where I have electricity, but you have your heat tool, and you'll just plug it in and turn it on, and when it gets hot, you'll just slowly move it around over where you have the embossing powder, and you'll see it'll change colors. It'll become really white and bright. All right, so I'm gonna go do that. I will be right back. Actually, I found a plug-in close to the camera here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this with you. It is kind of loud, but that's okay. Now you want to hold, it gets really hot, so hold it with something else. I'm going to hold it with my bone folder. And you don't want to stay on it too long. Just as soon as you see it working, you want to move on, okay? Because it will kind of bend your paper up a little bit if you stay on it for too long. I mean, it's hot. It's going to burn it. It's going to change that paper, right? All right, so here we go. I'm going to wait till it gets hot. I can feel it with my hand. And, woo, yeah, now it's getting hot. Okay, so I'm going to put it on here. And I'm just going to, see how it's kind of making the paper? There we go. Now it's changing. You see it? I don't know if you can see it happening, but when you do it, you know, yourself, you will totally see it. Okay, I'm just going to go over it one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And that's it. So let's look at it. So see if you can see it. Do you see how it's got the raised white pieces on there? Hopefully you can see that. If not, that's okay. You're going to see it now. All right, so I'm going to take a blender pen, and I'm going to take my Starry Sky. It's a brand new in color. It'll be out when the annual catalog comes out, the 1st of May or the 2nd of May. All right, so I've inked up my blender pen, and you always start on the outside, because if you put your blender brush down, it makes a sploosh splot, right, where you put it. So you want to start off your paper and then go on, okay? And you just want to go just where the flowers are, just in a circular motion all around those flowers, just like that, okay? And if you see any other, if you want it darker in some places or lighter, okay, and there you go. Make it nice and blended. Super quick, right? Now, you're like, what happened to my little white flowers? Well, now we're going to get a cloth and we're going to wipe it. So, let's see. Let me go get a cloth. I don't have a cloth. I'll go get a cloth and I'll be right back and we'll do that. Okay, so I just got like a kitchen rag, right? And I'm just going to put my finger in there and I'm going to rub over there and see the white. It takes the color off of where I embossed and leaves white. So you just rub it and rub it. And then the blue, you're just rubbing that blue ink off of there and leaving the nice white flowers. See? Isn't that amazing? I love it. So fun. Okay, so now we're almost done. We're going to get out our Starry Sky ink again, and we're going to get out our With Sympathy. We're going to ink that up, and then we're going to stamp it. Make sure my card is straight. Okay. Now I'm going to take some silver twine. It's from the Elegant Trim, I think is what it's called. I'll have it in the description below. And you're going to turn this over and put a couple of glue dots. I'll get my glue dots. And you'll take a glue dot and you kind of want to look, I'm going to turn this back over and look on the front because I want it to go underneath the Sympathy. So I want to put it like right there. Okay, and then you'll just put another one on the other side at about the same place. There we go. All right, now we'll take our twine and we're going to stick it to the glue dot. And we're going to go around twice. 1, 2, and we're going to stick it on there. We'll trim it. Stick it back on there. Trim it. Okay. Get it in there nicely. There we go. And then we're going to take a piece, I don't know, about that long, I guess. And we're just going to tie a knot. See, I just tied a knot. A bow with this stuff it doesn't hold well, but a knot works nicely. So, put my knot right about there. And we'll trim this. I kind of want this piece to go up. I want one of them to go up and one of them to go down. So, there we go. And we'll trim this a little bit. There we go. I think I need to trim that a little more. It's kind of a little squirrely, huh? Trim that. Yeah, there we go. Trim it just a little bit more. All right. There we go. And then you can kind of adjust that to where you want it. And then we're just going to glue it to our card base. So put some glue. Oh, I think my glue dot doesn't look like it's a good one. I'm going to put a new glue dot on there because it doesn't seem like it wants to hold that. So let's put a new glue dot there. There we go. So we'll go back in and continue to glue. Maybe we'll put some glue there just to be on the safe side. Okay. And then we're just going to put this on our card base. Okay. And And that glue gives us that little extra second to glue it down, make sure that we have it straight. All right. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to put some clear rhinestone basic jewels on here. So we'll put one right here. We'll put one right here. And we'll put the other one like right. Let's put it right there. Okay. And there you have it. This beautiful, simple sympathy card. And if you don't want sympathy, you can stamp happy birthday or thinking of you or, you know, any sentiment that you want. This card would work well with any sentiment. So there you go. There's my sympathy card. Quick and fast and easy, right? That didn't take any time at all. So remember, everything that you need will be linked below, and I'll put the measurements down there as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up and a comment. Like I said, I will comment back to everybody. I sure appreciate you and so glad that you came and joined me today. I hope that you've enjoyed this card, and come back and see me. Until next time.